Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, and today I'm going to come at you with what did I learn on my most recent acid trip. And up until like this point, like right now, like maybe 20 seconds ago, I thought that I was going to do a video on Pokemon and further elaborate why I spent so much money on Pokemon, which I guess I could talk about anyway. But, most recently, on my most recent acid trip, try to do it once a quarter. Uh, I just saw that it reaffirmed my belief that we're all just ones and zeros. And for those that don't know what I'm talking about, there is a belief in the physics community that thinks that we are in the Matrix, that what we do in The Sims, or I think Half-Life, or whatever that world, or Second World, whatever it's called, where we can control avatars, we can control kids and time and whatever, that another advanced being just did that to us. And that's what we are. We're just ones and zeros, and we're just a computer program. But in that same breath, whether we are, and my girl I'm with right now happen to say, like, even if we are, like, so? And I didn't really, like, get, like, but how can you, like, when she would say so? Like, what do you mean so? Like, that's so cool. Like, it's amazing. And I think I finally got what she meant. Because even if that's the case, even if none of this is real, that doesn't mean we shouldn't continue to try to live our best lives and try to pet dogs and try to just be friendly towards one another. When you're on acid, you don't care about where a person's from. You don't care about what color they are. You don't care what name they have, what political affiliation they have. You just want to be friends with them. You just want to have conversations and just help them out. You just see them living their best life. It's like, good for you, man. Good for you, girl. Like, do you. And this is something that I really think the world needs more of. I honestly 100% think that if a lot of powerful people or a lot of leaders of the world just did a whole bunch of acid and they were just shown these things, a lot of people might have never seen it before, where they're just like, and maybe it's kind of like, let's say it's like that super soldier serum, from Captain America, where good becomes great, but bad becomes worse. I don't think that's the case. Maybe sometimes if people have like a bad trip, force you to work through that bad trip, but I think honestly, the negative stories I've heard were with people that they just took too much, and it's like, I just freaked out for like a day and a half, and I don't know of any story where someone took a whole bunch of acid that they died. I don't think that exists. If it does, please educate me, link it down below, or comment a link. I would really love to learn about that. Same thing with mushrooms. It shows you different things, and I wish people would. And I was messaging friends. I was just like, listen, like, I haven't seen you in a while, and I miss you, and I just want to like hang out and drink beers with you and listen to good music and pet dogs with you. I fucking love dogs, cats too, and I wish I had time. Unfortunately right now I don't even know what time it is. I'm still at the office, and part of the reason why I do what I do, like why the person I am today, is because of acid. Like, I always loved animals. I always really liked people. I'm kind of a little social butterfly, even though it doesn't seem like it because I'm always alone. But I do. I like talking to people, and why I'm stretching myself really thin with, one business where I am right now as far as, high risk lending, and I'm doing that for, 8-9 hours a day. And I'm also doing the collectibles, more specifically Pokemon. And again, for those that don't know, I spent by the time this year ends, I will have spent $100,000 in Pokemon cards. Partly because, some of it's to resell, but partly it's just because of what I like. And you should do what you want as long as it's not hurting anybody. And people are a lot smarter than the infamous society gives them credit for. Like, I am not college educated. I don't have any formal education really past high school. In the military, I don't think that really counts for anything. Even like in the college world, if you're like, I went to the community college of the Air Force, that doesn't mean shit to colleges outside. But anyway, why I say like you're smarter than you think is because, again, I'm not that smart, but I'm able to figure out ways to make a fuck ton of money. I'm able to, and I want to use that money to help people. I was going off with a couple people on Facebook before saying like, oh yeah, I want to buy land in Madagascar. Oh, why Madagascar? I should buy land here. Like, yeah, if I had an extra couple $1,000,000, I'd buy a house here and I'd rent it out. But the money that I would spend, like if I were to put $100,000 down on a house right now, sure, I could do that. But I could take that money and do other things with it and make a hell of a lot more money than I would on a house that's going to appreciate, 2x in, 10 years. That's nothing. And I'm very good at making money, especially investing. And why am I like that? Again, it's just because I'm interested in it and I study it. And that's it. That's if you're interested in something and you like it and you live it and you breathe it, you can figure out ways to make money with it. You can figure out ways to be the best at what you can be with that. If it's about pianos, or it's about people that make pianos, or if it's about Smurfs, like my friend Brandon does this with Funko Pops, and you get crazy with it, you can make money with it. And like what I do with Tesla, like all these Wall Street analysts that have, MBAs, and they've been on Wall Street for 20, 30 years, and I beat them. Now granted, most of the investing that I had done this year was after the big dip. Did I invest before then? Yeah, sure. But the big dip after COVID hit, economy shuts down, and stock market took a giant hit. And, a bunch of these analysts on Wall Street, people that are on TV, get paid to try to make other people money or whatever the fuck they get paid for. I beat them all. I was like, oh no, don't invest in Tesla. You can invest in other car companies like GM and Ford, and no. Like you invest in the future, and if you do research on it, if you watch, Master Roshi from Dragon Ball once said, minds are like books. You could read them if you know how. You can tell the future by going off what people do, what trends are happening with humans. And again, if you're not smart like me, I did a video on how to get girls when you're ugly. This is how to make money when you're not smart. Take what you're interested in, research the fuck out of it, and it's fun. From what I hear, my friend Cassesi said that in college, you're in the right field, where if you have finished your homework, you finished your assignments, but you're still reading into that subject. That's a very good analysis. I love that girl. Anyway, as I was getting to this, again, for acid, why am I doing all this? Because I want to go to Madagascar and buy land in there. Why Madagascar? Because that happens to be the area in which there are a lot of endangered species. And I get it, maybe I should do in America first, and America probably has some endangered species as well, but Madagascar has a lot of them. I'm just thinking of lemurs right now specifically, just because I saw an Avatar meme before, like, oh, Momo, if they die, there's no more Momos, there's no more of that. And unfortunately, or fortunately, Madagascar has this rule that if you want to buy land and donate it to conservation, you have to spend minimum $500,000. So what do I have to do? I have to make I have to have well over $500,000, because if I do that, not only fees and stuff, but I have to make sure that I say there's no poaching on there. I have to make, again, I want to buy it specifically so that no other giant company comes in and be like, you know what, wipe out, they pay, let's say $100,000 for a hit team to come in and destroy all of those animals, and then so they can build a mall on it, or build whatever they can on. No, I want to buy that. Offer me $1 million. Offer me $5 million. You're not fucking getting that land. I think that if, again, even if we're all ones and zeros, there's a chance that we're alone in this universe. There's a chance that there is no other life out there. I am in the camp where I think there is other life out there, or other beings out there that are similar to us, or not. But carbon is the most abundant element in the universe. We're carbon-based life form, so there's a good chance that there are beings out there. They are like us. And if there aren't, then this is the only planet we have. These are the only species of their kind. You can't put a price on that. I'm not. I mean, I'll pay for it to conserve the land, but offer me $5-10 million. It's not going to happen. You have to conserve everything that's just me. And of course, I want us to be a multiplanetary species. But this is for 2030. You know, as I said before then, the goal is I partner with Best Friends Animal Society to help make all the shelters in America a no-kill shelter by 2025. Yes, it starts local. That's why I had Michelle Alier on, you know, a week or so ago, just with her fixing feline stuff. You know, try to be able to help that. Yeah, there's so many people, so much money in organizations with helping out people, and my friends are actually doing a really crazy thing with trying to combat human trafficking. But there's not a lot of people. I mean, there are, but just not as much that are trying to help animals. So that's why I do what I do. And before acid, I was thinking like, all right, yeah, you know, I'll live a good life, and I'll, you know, eventually. And before I was in Tesla, I just wanted Tesla because they were a cool car. And you know, I would have a couple of dogs, and I would give those dogs, you know, and cats, you know, a really good life. But that I was thinking too small. Like, yeah, you know, if you're tend the garden that you're in, so help the animals and stuff around you. Cool. But Ashley showed me that I could do that on such a bigger scale. I can. Why I'm doing 2 companies at once? I'm trying to build 2 companies at once. The hardest fucking thing in the world to do. What's harder than that? All right, 3 companies. All right, trying to do Chavez Media, and I'm doing that so I can make more money, so that I could buy more land. And one day, yeah, I already started scholarships from from the Chavez Trading Company, the Chavez Harambe Entrepreneurial Scholarship, and the Harambe Chavez, I forget what it's called, the Harambe Chavez Community Scholarship. So eventually, like I will start charity, and I want to be the Brown Steve Irwin. I don't give a rip whose money it is. I will take anyone's money and use it to buy wilderness areas. I will use that to help Best Friends Animal Society become a no-kill shelter. That is my mission. That is what I'm here for. That's what I'm doing. And thankfully, I'm still pretty young. I'm still in my 20s. I could do this for the next 20, 30 years. As long as I stay healthy. It's a really big fucking if. That's what I want to do. And honestly, anyone can do it. I am no one fucking special. I'm from Peru, where average IQ, I don't know what it is. It's definitely a lot lower than the U.S. What my IQ is, honestly, I don't know. I can tell you it's gotten less and less over the years. A lot of blows to the head, a lot of stuff from boxing. Yeah, been hit a lot. But anyone can do it. Like, again, I outsmarted these analysts on Wall Street that are saying do one thing, I do the other. And this is not like a, pat yourself on the back. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Like, I swear to God, you can. And if you need help, like, fuck, I'll help. As long as what you want to do is noble and it's a good cause, you're not greedy with it, yeah, do it. Listen, guys, that's it for me. I have so much stuff to do. I'm still at the office. I have a bunch of Pokemon cards to list later. Final thoughts. If you want to do something, do it. As long as it's not hurting anyone, do it. Even if it's something where people say you shouldn't. A lot of people I know are like, what the fuck are you buying Pokemon cards for? What is this kid shit? Because I like it. Because it's fun. It gives me a great feeling of satisfaction and nostalgia. And guess what? I will be a millionaire from 3 different things in the future. I will be a millionaire from Tesla stock. I'll be a millionaire a different way from the high-risk lending business that I do, and the inventory Pokemon collection that I have. That all 3 of them will make me millionaires separately in the future. And you can quote me on that. You can quote me on that right now. Randy Chavez, September 29th, 2020. All 3 of them made me millionaires separately, by their own. And if I can do it with that, you can do it with anything. You can do it with Smurfs, you can do it with Beanie Babies. As long as you know the market and you study it, there's very few people willing to do the work. There really is. There's some people that they just don't do it. And I have the advantage because I don't have a family. I don't have a kid. I mean, the kid that I live with that you guys see. But yeah, this is it. And that's what my money's going towards helping animals. If you guys want help in starting a business, let me know. I'll help. I'll do it. I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I love you all. I'll talk to you later. Bye.